I'll never forget the sound of those empty chairs, yes, sound. Because when something is missing, it screams louder than anything else in the room. The music swelled, violins floating through the air, the flowers stood perfect and fragrant, but all I could hear was silence where my parents should have been. On my wedding day, their absence carved through me sharper than any blade. I still remember the phone call. My dress still clung to me, heavy with sweat and tears, when I dialed their number. My mother's voice came first, flat, rehearsed, dripping with ice. "Enjoy marrying your plumber. We refuse to be embarrassed with you." Behind her, my father said nothing. Not one word. Just the soft hiss of the line before it went dead for a moment. I couldn't breathe. Decades of obedience, of trying to be their perfect daughter, shattered in a single sentence. My crime? Falling in love with a man who worked with his hands. I thought about my sister's wedding, how they paraded her like royalty. White doves, a ballroom dripping in crystal, $60,000 burned just to impress strangers. I was maid of honor that night, fixing the bills they'd forgot to pay, smoothing every wrinkle so she could shine. I told myself this is love. This is family, but when it was my turn, they erased me. At first, the grief suffocated me. Night staring at the ceiling, asking myself what flaw in me deserved this punishment. But grief is a seed, and mine sprouted into something else. Something sharper. Anger, not the explosive kind. No, my fury was quiet. Focused. I didn't lash out. I planned. If they wanted to see my husband as a source of shame, I would make him the man they envied most. See, my husband, Elias, he wasn't just a plumber. His hands were calloused, yes, but his mind was razor-sharp. Contracts, partnerships, investments, he had been quietly weaving something bigger than either of us realized. And I had been listening. Every late-night whisper, every sketch on a napkin, I stored them like ammunition. That night, after their rejection, I sat across from him in our cramped kitchen, rage boiling inside me. I told him every cruel word, every comparison, every dismissal. He didn't yell. He didn't curse. He just took my hand and said, "Then we'll make them watch." So we did. Step 1 was silence. We didn't chase them. We let them think they'd cut us off. That arrogance, that confidence, would be their undoing. Step 2 was visibility. 6 months later, Elias secured a citywide contract. His company's trucks rolled out, painted bold with our name. We hosted fundraisers, charity dinners, networking events. I made sure the right photos were taken. I made sure the right people tagged us. Slowly, our world expanded, while theirs began to shrink, and then came the strike. On the morning after our first anniversary, I sent my parents a single photo, Elias in a custom suit, shaking hands with the mayor beneath a banner announcing their partnership. The caption read only 3 words, "My husband." Hours. By nightfall, my phone lit up with 40 missed calls. My parents. My sister. All desperate. All pleading. Suddenly, the man who shamed them was the golden son-in-law they wanted, but I didn't answer. Not then. Weeks later, they found me at a gala. They weren't invited, but they showed up anyway, draped in their fake smiles. My mother reached for me first, her voice sugar-coated. "Darling, you should have told us. We didn't know Elias was so successful." I looked her in the eye, calm, steady. "You didn't care to know." Her smile faltered. My father cleared his throat, fumbling. "We just want to be part of your life again." I leaned in, close enough for only them to hear. "You told me to enjoy marrying my plumber." "I have. Every second. The only difference is, you'll never enjoy it with me." And I walked away. Left them standing there, 2 hollow figures in a room full of people who no longer bowed to them the truth. I don't need their approval. I never did. What I wanted was for them to choke on the taste of doors they slammed shut, while I opened better ones. And now, every headline with our names, every conversation where someone praises their daughter and her husband, it all cuts them the same way their absence once cut me. That is my revenge. Not rage. Not screams. Silence. Silence that speaks louder than anything they will ever say, because I am not the forgotten daughter. I am the one who walked away and never looked back.